Today he finds us way up the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, and that's actually south. You go up the valley, but you're going south, which is kind of backward. But anyway, we're on a really cool place with my friend John and Brad, and they've dug here before a few times and found a bunch of stuff. So hopefully we're going to find a few, well, Civil War relics and maybe some colonial relics. Rained really hard yesterday. You can see the clouds are still pretty low, so it's going to be a muddy day, but we'll tough through it. Less talking, right, Bo? Let's get to it. What kind of treasure you have?
Little flat.
Oh, really? Awesome. Boy, that's a tiny one. Can I flip it over?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, look at that. See, good thing you didn't see that side first, huh? It's all silver. That's a nice little button. Sweet. That's first signal of the day? First target?
Second.
Second? Okay. That's awesome. So you say the, by the way, this is John. He's one half of the hunt today. Well, I guess a third of the hunt, really, if you count me. I count, don't I? So you're saying there was you think there's a home site right here? Like up on this little knoll right in here?
Yep, right on this little knoll.
What kind of stuff you find here? Anything exciting?
Found a cut 1 real, silver real, Virginia halfpenny, all kinds of buttons. That's it so far.
Did you leave anything for us today?
Absolutely.
Well, obviously, you just found a button. I gotta get to. I haven't actually dug a target yet. I'm hearing a lot of irons like picking up further up the hill. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to hear a lot of clicks and stuff. So once I get a good first signal, we'll dig the first one together. Oh yeah. Well, it's not actually brick. That is redware. Well, you can see the curvature a little bit on it.
Oh, yeah.
And if you look, you can it's still got some of the glazing.
Mm-hmm.
So redware, you know, that's 1700s, you know, earlier 1800s. Nice.
Good sign.
Yeah. So you dig anything else, or
no,
anything good yet?
So far.
So you think this is where the house was, right up in this area?
Based off the
somewhere.
iron house.
Where's the heaviest concentration of iron? You think?
I think we're about on it, kind of just on the front face of this. It seems to get real heavy.
Right in here?
Right here on this knoll, it's
All
pretty
right,
heavy.
that's where I want to go.
Yeah, you're on it.
All right, man. Well, what do you say we get to it? Just kind of walking back to my metal detector. I'm talking to Brad, and saw this laying on the surface. So I picked it up, and it's a giant chunk of melted iron. Now, I'm going to think this is probably from an iron furnace, a nearby iron furnace. I don't think that's something that would have melted like when a house burned. That's like, well, basically it's a little baby piece of pig iron. It's the end of it. Oh, look, yeah, it's part of it here too. Look at that. That's some more of that good old stuff right there. That's my first find. I didn't have a metal detector. Got something else?
Nope, same one. I lost it again.
That's what I do all the time. Hey, I got a piece of pig iron.
That's good.
Yeah, that's kind of neat. All right, let's get back on the machine. What do you say? Okay, so I have my first squeaker. Now let me show you what I'm using first. Got the Garrett AT Max, 0 program, 0 discrimination. Just a stock coil, normal size coil. This is a home site. It's not terribly loaded with iron, but I want you to listen to it. Well, I'll tell you what, let me turn the headphones out just for a second. Okay, so you can hear the kind of noises I'm listening for in here. So those are all little blips and blaps of nails and just pieces of iron mostly. But there is a good signal, right there. I did want to show you this first though. As I'm walking along, I'm finding, this is just some more of the pottery that I'm finding, different types of pottery. And I found, that's black bottle glass, that's old. And I think this is actually the tip to like an arrowhead or a knife. Indian relic. I'm seeing lots of flakes out here, and according to John, there's actually parts of this field which is just loaded with stuff. That's definitely some work stone right there. That's a flake off of a core that the Indians would have, a bigger rock that the Indians would have had that they were making arrowheads and stuff with. All right, I'm going to keep this little tiny piece here, and we'll throw this in a bag. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's ground balance it because it seems to be making, well, still, it could be a big piece of iron, I guess.
Piece of lead.
Oh, dude. Can I see it?
Yes, sir.
What do you think it is? Right there, you can see it's kind of got striations on it. It's probably a chunk of lead that flew off of a bullet of some sort. That's awesome, man. I do want to raise Cain with you, though. That's gonna show up in my video all day long. That's where I signed one of the hats, one of my ChiggsArmy hats. Like put some, I have to put some mud on it, right? All right, so we got a signal here. We're gonna dig. It's a little kind of squeaky, so hopefully it's not like a big piece of iron. Could be. Let's see. All right. So it's iron there. Uh-oh. So that's pretty big and pretty deep, so it's probably a piece of chunk of flat iron, I would guess. But, you know, we've heard a couple pieces already, different pieces. Wait. This is my first dig. Uh-oh, that sounded like a horseshoe. I'll set you down, guys. See, more iron. That's not what we're hearing. What we're hearing is that I'm going to guess it's probably a big piece of iron, but I'm going to have to set you guys down. All right, let's see what's in the hole. It's probably going to be a big piece of iron. Man, it's still down there. It might be a cannonball. Let's dig it out. Go over and see. Look at this button. Save that for a minute. Still in the artifact layer. There's a piece of bone right there. That, okay, let's look at the button. What you got?
Oh, it is a button. There's the broken shank.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can see on the back.
Flat button.
That's cute. Any design on it?
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, nice little flatty.
It's got some back mark on it. Gotta figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, it's an old one. That's, you know, early 1800s probably. Sweet.
Rang up good, like 56, 60.
Did it?
Right there, yeah.
Just digging this big piece of iron up, but let's go ahead and keep at it. Yeah. You hear all the little pieces? I can see nail. Like, here's a nail. And the thing is, yeah, that's a floor nail, I believe. There's a lot of, I can hear tons of other nails. So the artifact layer is nice and deep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off and dig this out real quick. This limestone is actually from the house foundation or the chimney, because there shouldn't be any stones here. We're actually in a river bottom, so the stones that we're seeing were carried in. All right, just give me a minute. I just went ahead and dug a bunch of the dirt out, halfway to see what's down there too. But here, there's still some iron in there, and those little nails. But the signal we were hearing is in that clump right there, and actually I'm halfway excited about it. That's not in. I can see some rust right there though, so there is iron in here. Ah, it's probably a piece of a pot. Yeah, that's what it is. No, it isn't. But that's why we're getting that half a squeak on it, because of that shape. Not sure what that is. It's really light. It doesn't go. I was thinking it might be like a wagon hub, but it's not what it is. But that's what we were hearing, and I was a little bit off center when I was just a little bit off center when I was digging it. And that is often the case when you're actually, you know, trying to recover an artifact. If it's, you know, like off center, out of the hole a little bit further than you thought it was, usually it's iron, and you just didn't have the loop on it or the coil over it, directly over it when you're looking for it, so it makes it squeak. We need a button. Boys are still at it. I got my first, which I think is going to be, you know, real squeaker here. Right there. So I'm hoping this is going to be something good, so we can get on the board. It's terribly muddy here today. All right, right in there. Man, this seems to be the area where most of the iron is. I might go get my smaller loop too. Give that a shot. Helps a little bit in the cornfield. See pieces of brick and all kinds of stuff in there. A lot of pottery. Rocks. Now here's some, definitely here's some iron. I'm gonna scatter that out a little bit, and that's gonna be iron too, isn't it? Big chunk of iron in here. I don't know if there's gonna be a good thing in there too, but unfortunately, it's kind of like that melted iron like I found before, but it actually has some form to it. Make sure that wasn't it. It probably was. Oh, that was it. Let's check the hole. Just give me a few minutes. I gotta get serious and find something.
It's a good flat, bud.
Oh, nice.
Right there. See the big
Oh,
one?
yeah. That's a beauty, huh? Sure it's not a shotgun shell.
I hope not. You can see where the shank was.
Yeah. Oh, dude. God, that side wasn't facing. Looks like a fake coin, doesn't it, almost?
It's got a nice design on it. Can we do the Chig pants rub?
The what?
The Chig pants rub?
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. I want to see what's on that, because that looks quite interesting. What do you think? Can I see it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It might just be a flower button. But boy, I tell you.
Who's that? Bad one.
That's okay. That's nice, man. That's awesome, dude.
75.
That's the one too. Oh yeah. So that's like a big old cook pot too, huh? That's pretty cool. They usually ring up pretty good, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything with a hole in it.
Yeah. Thought you had a shell, didn't you?
Yeah.
Is that was that brass on the end? Or was that just?
That was
is
brass.
it?
That's what was giving a real good signal. Big old.
Yeah. That's probably not. There's that mark again. Terribly old, but
Yeah,
nice. All right, so I might have my first button. Kind of looks like one right there. Hopefully this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get 2 hands on her. You can see where the shank is tied in there. And that's where the, of course, the thread would have gone through. I'll try to poke. God, I just keep moving my hands. That's where the shank, the thread would have gone through right here. So we'll try to. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Thread would have gone through there, and that's a button. Nice early button. Pretty nice. I'm finally on the board. Now I can relax. Hope that's not too windy for you. Woo-hoo. Button. Ooh, a bullet.
A bullet.
Oh, nice. You know what kind it is yet?
No.
That's probably, because that's a fired, right? Yes, that's a fired pistol bullet. Probably from the Civil War.
We're hoping.
Yeah, I'd say. Congratulations, man. Hey, I finally got a button.
Did you, Roy?
Yeah. It took me a while, but I did it.
There was human life here at one point in time.
That's for sure.
A bunch of random can slaw, right kind of where those posts are. But
Out in the field?
Yeah, just
let's avoid that area.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah. This is cool, though, because there's lots of pottery and stuff, you know, so there's a lot of stuff to look at.
Yeah.
I like it.
Definitely a house here for quite a while.
Oh, looky. Looks like a Enfield, I believe, isn't it? Nice. There it is, isn't it? That's a nice Civil War bullet. Yep. Probably fired, you think? Maybe. Can I see?
I
was looking at the nose. It looks like it's been rammed.
I was going to say, it's definitely been rammed. You can see that.
And I don't think the rifle had much in the way of rifling. I think it was shot out pretty much, but yeah, it was definitely loaded. So I would think so. That's awesome.
Only one way out without worming it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm kind of over in the area where they're finding the bullets, and I think I have a piece of lead here. Hopefully that's going to be a bullet of some sort. And it is either a bullet of some sort or just a chunk of melted lead. That's really hard to say. I suspect that's going to be fired, but I'm not 100% on that. Could be melted. All right, let's concentrate in this area a little bit more. I'm kind of out on a little exploration in the field, and I just dug this thing. It looks like a gold coin, but it's not. Boy, I tell you, if I was in Europe, I might be thinking it was some type of hammered coin, but I think it's just a pull tab. Man, I was so excited for a minute. That's so sad. Oh well. Could have been worse. Could have been a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Alright, so I didn't get you out for this one, but I guess I maybe should have, because I think I have a bullet. Or at least a big old chunk of lead. Oh, that's a weird one, isn't it? Look at that thing. That looks almost like a, sorry, you can't see, a pot mend. Like how they used to repair pots back in the old days with lead. I don't think that's what it is, but it almost reminds me of that, the way it's grooved like that. But yeah, I think this is probably going to be a fired round ball, maybe. But I'm not 100%. Might be lead melted and folded over too. I'm not sure. So what we're doing now is we're taking a little walk across the field, going to another spot. And there's actually a stream or river down in that tree line, right? The first tree line you can see. I don't know if you noticed in any other clips or not. I really don't know if I showed you, but in the middle of this field, or in this field where we're standing now, you can see there's a bunch of trees, okay? Now, typically, farmers don't just leave a bunch of trees in the middle of a field. In this case, you can see there's a cemetery right there. Other cases, it could be a cellar hole, a foundation to a house, or other things like sinkhole, something like that. So anytime you see trees like this in the middle of a field, it's always a good thing to investigate. Let's take a look at the cemetery while we're here. We're not going to be detecting it, but actually it might be, that's Flint, I believe. Yeah, that's Indian, that's something from the American Indians, where they were making arrowheads or knife blades or something like that. But what I thought was curious, and I'm trying to work this out in my head, if you notice right here, look how much higher that is than right here. Now, a lot of times in the fence rows, when you have hills like this, if they plow, but they never plow one area, the dirt has a tendency to work its way downhill just because of gravity over the years and constant plowing and rain and whatnot. Maybe what's going on here, but this is pretty severe. I'm almost thinking that maybe they filled this in a long time ago to make a flat spot. A piece of white there. But let's look at the cemetery. What do you say? I always like looking at this stuff. I say there's some pretty old graves in here as well. All right. Oh, and before we actually go in there, I do want to say something to you guys. Well, for you YouTubers who like to look at cemeteries like I do as well, anytime you show a headstone that has a name on it, people can pretty much look that up online really easily and see exactly where you are. So if you're in an area where you're finding a bunch of stuff, or on a farm like this where the landowner doesn't want people knocking on his door asking for permission, never show the names. A little dip here, not sure if that's a grave, but yeah, so this is a nice old family cemetery.
She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it in the sand and keep it for eternity. Mother Earth, she's got her secrets.